So anyone not familiar with Immanuel Kant, who is he?
Yeah. So if people have heard of him or if they've heard the name, they tend to know, like, oh, he's one of those sort of philosophical giants of Western history, Western philosophical history, which he absolutely is. There's no question about that. And if people have read him, they might know that he has these really sort of like long, intense, and sort of inscrutable books. And he can also, I think, sometimes seem cold or impersonal. So, for those who don't know who Kant is, he's Prussian. He grew up in and spent his entire life in a town of Königsberg, which is now actually part of, it was Prussia at the time, is now part of Russia. It's a university town. Kant did not grow up wealthy. He is the son of a harness maker and lost his parents at a relatively young age, was dependent on others to help see him through school. And so he's very much kind of a self made guy. And he lived in many ways a narrow life because he didn't really have the opportunity to travel beyond his town. But what he was is clearly a tremendous thinker. And he was a systematic thinker in that he wrote about just about everything. And he's been extremely influential on sort of the entire Enlightenment. He's an Enlightenment philosopher, heavily interested in the way in which reason shapes our thinking about the world, also kind of skeptical of reason in some ways. But his ethical theory is sort of well known for being really focused on this central principle called the categorical imperative, which is a fancy name for a principle, and emphasizing the role of reason in our lives. So for Kant, Kant is a believer in the possibility of a universal morality, one that applies to everyone, no matter who you are, when you lived, where you live, what your feelings are. He really thought that morality had to have this form if it's going to be morality. He thinks that's just what morality is. It can't just be like what I feel like doing and what you feel like doing. It has to be something that draws us together and binds us together. And so his theory is centered around this idea that all rational beings can converge on a single understanding of morality. So it's really ambitious and exciting. Some people think it's less plausible for that.